everyone? So we've got a few more cards to go over today just because I've been doing this once a week instead of every 3 days. So the cards have been building up and we got a lot to discuss. So first up we've got Allied Front, which is a new yellow spell. It costs 4, and then each player discards their hand and draws a card for each card they discarded. So it pretty much lets you cycles through your deck, getting rid of the cards in your hand. But I think the biggest thing is that it discards your opponent's card as well. So they could have their stuff set up as they wanted it, and then they're forced to discard and draw a new hand. So I think that's pretty interesting. But then it's also got 2 references. First, if you have a yellow 1-3, you can draw an additional card, so essentially getting +1. And then if you have a green 1-3, you can discard all but 1 card from your hand. So you get to choose a card, like say there was one that you wanted to keep, and that was preventing you from playing this card. If you roll that low green number, then you can still keep it and play this card. So, I mean, the artwork is amazing on this, and the only thing I don't like is that it's a 4. I mean, I think even knocking it down to a 3 would have made this a lot more balanced, but I think 4 is just too high of a price to pay for this card. But anyways, moving on to the next one that we got. We have Playdoh, Accomplished Scientist. It's a 3-drop blue creature with 2 attack, 4 endurance, and its effect is insane. It's when this creature is summoned, you may put a card from your hand face down in your ambush zone. So you're essentially paying 5 costs just in this one card because you're playing a 2-cost ambush for free. So I think that's really good, especially turn 1. You can play this card to block in one of your forts and then put an ambush in the other one. So it's a rare, so going to be a little bit harder to pull, and definitely recommend picking them up. And then he does have another effect which I don't think is as good, but it's when this creature is Drago crossed, choose up to one of your ambushes, reveal it, and return it to your hand. So it does let you reuse it if you already played it into a zone and the fort got destroyed before you could activate it. Then he lets you reuse it. So yeah, I mean, that first effect though really makes him an awesome card. But moving on to the next one we have Spleen Shooter Goblin. So this is a 5-drop red creature, so pretty huge cost, but it has 6 attack and 5 endurance. But then it has green and yellow hate, so I think it's awesome to see this side deck card that hits 2 colors. But his first effect is just Assassin Green, but then he has an auto effect which is when this creature is summoned, you may choose a green creature and rest it. So essentially does what Balthios does better because he doesn't have to drag across himself. So that's a really good effect. I mean, he's pretty much taking out a green card when he comes in. So I mean, that's pretty awesome. And then his other 2 effects are when this creature is drag across black, you may choose a yellow creature and rest it. So more of that red-black synergy that we've been seeing with some yellow hate, which is nice because I don't think we've seen any yellow hate. And yellow is going to be a pretty powerful deck. But then when he is black Drago crossed, he gets Assassin Yellow. So that's essentially Balthios' effect. I guess there's a yellow hate card, but still really cool to see that it can do both. I mean, if this creature could attack twice, I think that would make it awesome against green and yellow decks. But I still think this is a good card regardless. So then we got an alternate art of Bloody Bareness. This is one of those participation cards for, I believe, a regionals. Not 100% sure on that, but just wanted to show you guys this. I mean, this artwork looks amazing. I'm not sure which I like better though, because I am a fan of the original, but I mean, this one is pretty cool too. So definitely gonna look into picking that up. Also, something else to note, this is promo number 17. The last promo that we were shown was number 11. So there are, 5 promos in between there that we haven't seen? Or 4? Yeah, 5 promos that we haven't seen. So, I think that's kind of interesting that we don't know what they are, and I'm curious as to when we're going to get them or find out what they are. Because the other one we have is number 18, and then Toast Tower Goblin, which I'm not sure if I included in the last video, but that was number 19. But anyways, this is a full art version of Vorlux, the guy that needs to buy a vowel. And I believe this was also going to be a foil version of him. So, I mean, I thought the cards already looked cool with most of the art covering the card, but this full art just looks awesome. So we already know his effect, I'm not going to go over that, but I believe he's the first place prize for one of those larger scale tournaments. So definitely cool to get if you are going to participate. But then, with the reveal of the trial decks last night, 2 new cards were revealed. So this is on the back of trial deck number 3. On the back of the game mat, it talks about some of the cards, and cards that are going to be coming in Rally to War. So we got the final double rare effect. So it's a 5-drop blue creature, which we knew it was going to be, with 5 attack, 5 endurance. So pretty balanced for the double rares that we've been seeing. But its effect is, I know it's kind of hard to read, so the effect is when this creature, after this creature battles, if it was not blocked by a Drago Shield, you can stand it. So as long as he's attacking the fort, he can attack twice, which is pretty awesome. But then he has another effect, which is when this creature is Drago crossed, you can increase all of your dice values by 2. So it's what Triumph Tomar does, but on a much better scale because you don't have to Drago cross it with blue. It can be with any color. And it also gives you an extra 2 instead of an extra 1 on your rolls. So I think that's pretty awesome. And I mean, comboing with this with the next card is going to be really insane. So the other card that was revealed was on the back of the Trial Deck 2 game mat. And I forget the name of the card, but the effect is draw 2 cards. It's a 4-cost yellow spell, but then it has 2 referencing effects. So the first is if you have a yellow 1, you can draw 3 cards instead. But then if you have a yellow 6, you can play this card for free. So, I mean, using the Hydra to boost your yellow dice up to a 6 and then being able to play this card for free is huge. I mean, and then if you're playing a double yellow deck and you have a 1 and a 6, then you can draw 3 cards for no cost. So that is just insane. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these cards down below. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out Dragoracle, check out the Facebook page. And be sure to follow me on Twitter. I am going to be participating in the tournament tonight. And I'll be doing a recap video tomorrow. So be sure to look out for that. And I'm also going to be tweeting it as I'm playing, like in between rounds, letting you know what's happening. So if you want to follow that, be sure to go over there and support me there. But as always, thanks for watching.